Okay, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. Is this a good time to pick up one as we're coming close to the holidays? Let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, first things first, the answer to the question that I just asked is yes. This is a good time to go ahead and pick up one. Right now, I have the link in the description if you want to go ahead and grab one at the current deal. Right now, it's Black Friday. Well, today is Black Friday, but some of these deals will apply even as the holidays come in here and Christmas and all that good stuff. So these same prices should be around the holidays. So right now, this guy's going for $549. So if you hit the link in the description, that should take you to the Samsung website. But keep in mind that link is a dynamic link. So it will change if the deal is expired, or if the deal expires on the Samsung website, that link will reroute you to the next best deal on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 here. All right, so in this video, I'm just gonna do a quick recap. I know a lot of you who have been following the channel, for a while already saw me review this guy here a number of times and even pit this against other tablets, but I truly appreciate you watching this video, which is gonna be kind of redundant to you. But again, I very much love you guys for that. But anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about the display here. What you're looking at here is an 11 inches display. And of course, like I said, this is a recap, for those of you currently in the market for this tablet and who are not very familiar with what the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 here has to offer. But anyway, so 11 inches for the display here. It's a TFT display. We have a resolution here of 1600 by 2560. And here's the kicker. It's a TFT display unlike other TFT displays, right? So the TFT display that you would find on, let's say, the Samsung Galaxy Tab A8, for example, is very different than what you have here. Or the TFT display that you find on this guy here, the 2020 Tab S6 is very different from the TFT display that you find on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 here. This is calibrated differently. It's a premium look, when you are when you're using the tablet, right? Let's say you're watching a movie or whatnot. Picture quality is top notch. And I gave you the resolution there, right? So high PPI density, you're looking at 274 PPI. That is pretty dense, right? Plus, remember, this is an 11 inches tablet, so it's not super wide where you can start seeing things that are pixelated. So everything looks very tight together and it's really sharp. You are going to hear people say, well, it's not an LCD, it's not a OLED display and all that good stuff. If you buy this, obviously you're not planning on buying this and buying an OLED display tablet so that you can always have them side by side and compare. What I'm trying to say is that when you buy this tablet and you start using it, you are simply going to love the display, because you don't have an OLED display, which is a super premium level of display. You don't have that to compare to this. But anyway, so very well calibrated. Samsung did a fantastic job with this, just like they did with the regular Samsung Galaxy Tab S7. But anyway, so very good display here, and it does support 120 Hertz refresh rate, meaning your user experience is going to be enhanced, right? So it's going to be top level user experience. When it comes down to like scrolling, right? It's so silky smooth. It's like butter, right? It's like buttery smooth as you're scrolling through things, or if you're watching movies or playing a game, it is extremely smooth. And of course, that combos with the fact that you have a high level chipset here. The chipset that you have here is a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, and that is coupled with 8 gigs of RAM, right? My unit here is the base 128 gigs of internal storage along with 8 gigs of RAM. Now keep in mind that 128 gigs of internal storage, if you were to grab one like this and you figure, what, that's not enough room for me. But keep in mind that internal storage is expandable at up to 1 terabyte, right? So you're able to expand the internal storage out to 1 terabyte using a micro SD card, and you will be able to, move your stuff, right? Any apps that you may have downloaded, files, all that good stuff, you can move back and forth between, the external storage that's in the tablet and the actual internal storage of the tablet itself, right? So you don't necessarily need to go really high when you are trying to buy, like high in terms of storage when you're trying to buy this particular tablet. Now, before we continue with the specs, I want to quickly fly over some of the physical attributes that we have here. The very first one is going to be, of course, the power button here that does combo as a fingerprint sensor. And this is super secure, very fast, right? I absolutely love physical fingerprint sensor because they are very secure and they're very fast. So as soon as you get your thumb on that thing, it unlocks your tablet. What you also have in terms of the speakers here is a quad setup for the speakers. So you're 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, meaning if you're holding your tablet this way as you're watching a movie or you're playing a game, even even if you're covering up the bottom speakers, you still have the sound coming out of these. And of course, keep in mind that these are all tuned by AKG, right? So quad speaker setup tuned by AKG, so sound quality is top notch. Unfortunately, we don't have a headphone jack like it's been the trend with, you know, pretty much all newer devices. Anyway, so you have a USB Type-C port there, so fast transfer speed, that's always good, and it's a standardized port. On the back here, you have a dual setup. So the module that you have here for the camera has a dual lens setup along with the flash right below that. And we're looking at 13 megapixels for the main camera or the wide camera and 6 for the ultra wide here, right? So that's pretty nice camera, especially for a tablet. You could take pretty good pictures and also good videos with these cameras. Now, even more impressive is the fact that on the front here, you have something that is similar to center stage, right? It pretty much allows for the camera to, you know, center stage is what you have with, you know, Apple devices. When the camera moves and tracks you to make sure that it keeps you within frame. Or if you have more people joining the call, you know, this is a video call, more people joining the call, then the camera zooms out so that everyone is in the frame. That's a very, very cool feature. And of course, that ultra wide camera here is a 12 megapixel. Now, both the front and the back camera can shoot 4K videos. And the last thing I want to highlight here before we loop back into the user experience is, of course, these 3 pins that you have at the bottom here that you use to kind of just snap into that accessory that Samsung has. If you have the official book cover case, you could just snap that in. That's going to turn this into a mini laptop. And of course, if you are familiar with what Samsung DeX is, that's one of the best ways to use Samsung DeX because it will turn your tablet into a computer, essentially. Now, if you're not familiar, make sure to watch the other videos that I've made on this tablet along with Samsung DeX, right? I've talked about it a number of times. If you are in the market for this here, then you probably are already familiar with it. But then again, like I said, if you want a more comprehensive take on the Galaxy Tab S8 here, I've made that video already, and I've made battle videos. The battery here is a pretty decent size. You're looking at 8,000 milliamp, right? Which is really nice, meaning you definitely, as a power user, be able to see the entire day without any issues. Now, if you're in the market for this, that means you're looking for a productivity tablet. I can tell you that this is a productivity tablet and it will make you more productive. Depending on what you do, it will make you either way more productive than you would be on like an iPad Pro, or maybe less productive depending if it's like, you know, rendering videos, doing something which require high levels of GPU performance, right? So in terms of just the flexibility of being able to do a number of things and being super productive because you're doing so many different things at the same time, this guy is it. This is the best one when it comes down to productivity. Samsung DeX that you have here has no competitor. I'm saying that again. As of now, Samsung DeX has no true competitor when we stay within the realm of tablet, right? You have a Lenovo, you know, kind of a productivity mode that comes close to that, but nowhere near. And you have other manufacturers that are trying to come up with something like that, but Samsung DeX is way ahead. Plus, you know, still talking of productivity, obviously you will have the Samsung S Pen here. This is an active S Pen that you can use to be able to do a number of things. It's both an active and a non-active S Pen, meaning even when it's not charged up, you can still use the S Pen and it still has tons of features, even when it's not charged up. That is, you know, mind-boggling. It has tons of features even when not charged up. And this is one of the best, if not the best. No, actually, I think it is the best in terms of user experience. So if you're someone who tend to take down notes and you do a lot of things with your pencil, and you need a, you know, you always need a stylus, this guy here should cover that need, and it's going to do so very well. Anyways, like I said, if you do want a more comprehensive take on this particular tablet, make sure to watch the review video that I made, or the review videos that I've made on this tablet, along with the update videos that I've made, right? So you should be able to get more details on this tablet here. Like I said, I'm also going to put the link in the description, so make sure to hit the link. That should take you to where the deal is. If that deal has expired, it should reroute you to the next best deal right now. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to catch you in the comment section. Like I always do, if you know anyone currently in the market for a productivity Android tablet, make sure to share this video with them. Of course, make sure to like, subscribe, of course, if you haven't done so already. I will catch you also in the next video. Up until our next video, of course, as always, stay safe out there.